Hey you guys, this is your girl Disparate Amelia back again with another VI-DE-OOO. I hope you all have had a blessed week and have found multiple things to be grateful for. I'm coming to y'all with a casual vibe with my glasses on. We ain't got the makeup on. I might have to take them off because there's a lot of glare going on because of this ring light, but I just wanted to be really casual on this Monday. You know, we feeling good like I should. I am here to talk about modern black rom-coms that are not slave movies or civil rights movies that involve white people calling black people the N-word. These rom-coms are also non-problematic and have a great plot and well thought out characters. Some of these are very cliche, but if we're being real, every rom-com that has a non-POC, a non-black cast, it's a cliche rom-com. My personal opinion, like from the film industry, I feel like people rate black stories a lot harder than they rate stories of the same kind, or push off black stories that are the same kind as non-black stories. As a storyteller, I really want to see stories with people that look like me. I gravitate towards stories with people that look like me, especially as an actor. I look for people who look like me in the movies because I want to see how they act. I want to see what kind of roles they have and the things that they do with the roles that they have. I feel like it's coming to a time now where they don't need to just be black stories on a black channel for a black audience. Like, these are universal stories and the characters within them are black people. Just like we watch a whole bunch of universal stories filled with white characters, white actors, black people, people of color have the same agenda to create universal stories just with people that look like us, because not everyone is a white person. Let's get into this list, guys. I went on Rotten Tomatoes because you know I am horrible, or if you've seen previous videos of me describing things, I'm pretty terrible at describing things. I went on Rotten Tomatoes and I found the plot stories for these different films. So I'm just gonna run down these films. I don't think they're in any specific order, and I tried to do it as 5, but I found a couple more that I really like. There's 9 in here, so let's go through this list. Okay, my first movie is Just Right, starring Queen Latifah, starring Common, starring Paula Patton. We got Felicia Rashad. Okay, now this movie may be a little cliche, but let's get real. So are all other white rom-coms. The plot from Rotten Tomatoes is when an NBA All-Star, Scott McKnight, Common, my baby, suffers a debilitating injury. Tough-talking physical therapist Leslie Wright, that's why it's called Just Right, W-R-I-G-H-T, played by Queen Latifah. She is pulling out all the stops to get him back on his game, but their professional relationship turns personal when Leslie finds herself falling for Scott and discovers that the feeling may be mutual. Super cute movie. Basically, the plot is the girl who feels like she's friend zoned in a lot of her relationships gets this famous, gorgeous man, finds herself in the company of him, and realizes that, you know, it's okay to be yourself. You don't have to be that girly girl all the time. And I really love rom-coms that also do a lot of self-discovery, so I think a lot of them are kind of like this in this list. Second movie is Baggage Claim. I rewatched this and I was like, this is such a cute film. It's such a cute film. I don't care if there's cliches in it. I don't care. You know why? Because it's such a cute film. Here's the plot from Rotten Tomatoes. Determined to get engaged before her younger sister's wedding, flight attendant Montana Moore, played by Paula Patton, finds herself with only 30 days to find Mr. Right. Using her airline connections to accidentally meet up with eligible ex-boyfriends and scour for potential candidates, she racks up more than 30,000 miles and countless comedic encounters while all searching for the perfect guy. So this stars Paula Patton, Taye Diggs, Jill Scott, Derek Luke really killed this role. But it's basically like best friends falling in love. And if you haven't watched a lot of things on this list, please go and check it out. Take a look at it. I'm a stickler for a black film. I know we call them black films, but they're really just whatever category they're in. Just Right is not a black film. It's a rom-com starring black people. All right, let's move on. Now, I think this is everyone's favorite, Beyond the Light, starring one of my longtime actor husbands, Nate Parker. So fine, so divine, so mine. It also stars Gugu and Mbatha Raw, Minnie Driver, amazing combo, her and Gugu together. The plot is the story of Noni, who's the world's latest superstar, but not as all what it seems, and the pressure of fame puts Noni on the edge. Noni is played by Gugu and Mbatha Raw until she meets Kaz Nickel, who is a young cop and aspiring politician who's been assigned to detail her. It says that they drown into each other, which is a perfect way to describe that, but it's honestly a really beautiful love story, also about discovering yourself. I highly suggest checking that out. Deliver Us From Ava is the next film starring Gabrielle Union, LL Cool J. This is kind of a play off of Taming of the Shrew, Shakespeare. So we have a girl who is just in her business, and because she is so in her business and hardcore, she ain't got no time for these chicken heads in the streets, okay? She is denying and chopping up and kind of ruining her sister's relationships. She's one hard cookie, okay? So her sister's boyfriends and husbands and fiancés, I think 3 sisters, there's a husband, boyfriend, fiance. Y'all knew what I was saying, right? Okay, so they hire a player, basically. What do you call that? Like, they hire someone to pretend to have found her so he can date her so she can get off their backs. All right, they hire a bachelor to swoop Ava off her feet, and she actually ends up getting swooped off her feet, and the bachelor, who's getting paid, is starting to get swooped off too. Y'all see where that goes. But that's Deliver Us From Ava. It's kind of a classic rom-com film. I thoroughly enjoy it. It's smooth. Next is a modern classic, The Photograph. This is the plot from Rotten Tomatoes. When famed photographer Christina Ames unexpectedly dies, she leaves her estranged daughter, Mae Morton, played by Issa Rae, hurt, angry, and full of questions. When a photograph tucked away in a safe deposit box is found, Mae finds herself on a journey, delving into her mother's early life, and ignites a powerful, unexpected romance with a rising star journalist, Michael Black, played by Lakeith Stanfield. This is another all-star cast. I really love how subtle this movie was. Classic romance story, a little cheesy at times, but one thing that I really loved was a beautiful example of black love with Tiana Parrish's character and Laurel Howery. Like a beautiful subplot within the overall plot. They were gorgeous together. I also really love the chemistry between Shantae Adams. That's my girl, okay? That thing right there. I like her as an actor. But she had a love connection with Elon Noel, okay? And there were so many little small love connections within this overall plot. It was so good. I really love love stories. And even though it was cheesy, it was beautiful. Gorgeous movie. And I really enjoyed it. Moving on. This is the movie that I said was one of my favorite movies of all time. Brown Sugar, featuring Sanaa Lathan, Taye Diggs, Nicole Ari Parker, Boris Kodjoe, Queen Latifah, Mos Def, aka Yasin Bey himself. This is such a beautiful movie. The reason why it's one of my favorites is because it intertwines music into the love story. They use the words of hip-hop or the feeling of hip-hop or just talking about hip-hop in general to describe the love that they have for each other. The two main characters, Sanaa Lathan, who plays Sid, and Taye Diggs, who played Dre, they are longtime childhood friends. Before I even finish, this is so slightly problematic because they were both in relationships. Dre finds himself proposing to his girlfriend, and Sid is starting to realize that she's getting a little jealous. Could her best friend be the man of her dreams? Could this man be the man that she's really been talking about in her work for so long? Who knows? This one is Uncorked. It is currently on Netflix. It is a new movie starring Mamadou Athie, Niecy Nash, Courtney B. Vance, and Matt McGorry. This movie is based around a father-son relationship. Mamadou Athie's character wants to become a sommelier. He wants to be the best in fine wine, but he is currently helping his father out with their family's barbecue business. So he kind of is finding himself between a rock and a hard place with going after what he really loves or going after his family traditions and not letting his family down. But he also finds a little sugar honey iced tea, a little sweet thing, who walks into the wine shop, and they, they start a little romantic banter, which I thought that was really cute. And it's also about self-discovery from a male point of view, which I found very beautiful. So check that out. It's currently on Netflix and it's amazing. My last film of this list is Creed 2. You probably have to watch Creed 1 to get Creed 2 if you haven't seen Creed 1 already. I feel like this movie really illuminates the relationship between Adonis and Bianca. They really did the thing on that one. I was just watching their scenes together and black love is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And the ending part, that end fight where they both walk out and they do what they do, I'm not gonna say if you haven't seen that. So good. Creed 2 is basically Adonis really getting back to the basics of why he wants to fight, why he feels like it's so necessary for him to prove himself in the ring, and he's starting a family now. So what does that look like for his future? Really amazing film. Tessa Thompson, who is one of my favorite actors. I look to her because she's in so many different things and they all show very versatile people. I really love her. That was all on my list, guys. This was real chill. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies, which ones are your favorite. Let me know if you have one that I did not mention on this list because I definitely want to watch it. Thank you for watching to the end. Please don't forget to comment what I just said. Comment which one is your favorite. Like, share this video with all the people that you know, your cousins, aunties, nieces, uncles, friends, and subscribe to this channel. I will definitely see you all next time. All right, bye.